What's going on, everyone? Hayden here. Hope you're doing fantastic. Now, some of you may have noticed that I've stopped posting YouTube videos for now, and I actually turned the comments off of the last 30 videos or something for a certain reason. So I thought I'd dive into that in this video as to why I did that. Now, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit frustrated by something that's just happened, but I just saw a comment on one video which was relating to a video that I did around about 6 months ago on my YouTube channel. Now, this was a completely free course. As you know, I've never charged for courses. I never planned to charge for them. At the time, I was doing my best to provide information for free with no upsell or anything like that. I just did it, you know. Now, what happens, unfortunately, is that when you stop doing this, or when sometimes things change, okay? So, for example, back then I was doing OA, and that was sort of 6 months ago. I was doing OA, and obviously now I've stopped that. Now I'm doing predominantly private label stuff, whatever you want to call it, building a brand. Unfortunately, what happens sometimes is someone's just commented their frustration, which is obviously not on me, it's them, you know, something's happened with them and they've taken out their frustration on me. And this is one of the reasons that I stopped letting people comment on my videos for the last ones, and also why I stopped doing videos recently, because 99.9% of people are great, but sometimes you get people that are just not, they take out their frustration on you, and that can be quite hard to handle. So this particular person actually accused me of bullshitting, because what they did is they'd gone back on my old video, the free course I did about 7 months ago, and then they saw the recent video of me explaining that I stopped doing online arbitrage now, which at the start of the video I said, by the way, this is not knocking it. I'm not saying it's not an opportunity, it actually is. Okay, so I've personally decided to step away. They decided to piece together little bits of information and take it, every single word I said, as gospel, and now relayed saying that I'm a bullshitter, apparently. So that was interesting, but that just gives you a prime example of some of the reasons that I stopped doing videos, and predominantly I did like what True Geordie did, was turn off my comments, because basically life's too short and I don't want to have to deal with these people that think that it's okay to go and just spit hate on people because they're feeling a lot of hate in themselves. Why should I have to put up with that? And that's what True Geordie says. You know, he's got millions of YouTube subscribers and social media followers on his platform. He turned his comments off for that reason. Why should you have to deal with these inconsiderate people that just decide to comment, you know, their opinions? I guess it's just part of, you know, being a creator, or whatever you want to call it, putting yourself out there. You're going to get some of it. Well, okay, that's cool, but personally, the reason I've stopped doing videos right now is mainly to focus on actually building a proper business, a proper brand, which is what I'm doing, and I have been doing. It's going very well. But secondly, because maybe I'm not very good at taking hate, but I don't think it's unnormal to not get used to someone taking out their anger on you when you don't even know them, and you're just doing your best trying to put out content that helps people. You know, it's I don't think that's ever going to get easier to swallow, that pill. But hey ho, as I say, 99.9% of people are great, and I will be back on YouTube, and probably doing quite a serious podcast, I would hope, in the near future. But for now, I'm focusing on business. I'm focusing on building a solid, big business that can really, really scale. And there's one thing I have learned recently, that you can't focus on two things fully at once. You have to be all in on one thing, at least for the start, before you start diversing your focus. You've only got a certain amount of things you can do in one day. So there's no way I could fully focus on building an incredible YouTube channel and an incredible business. Business for me is now coming first for a foundation. Secondly, I will then fully focus on a podcast / YouTube later on. But you cannot focus on more than one big thing at a time, I don't think, until you've got it to a stage where it's outsourced, or you're a few years in, or at least a fair few months in. So anyway, I just thought I'd explain why I haven't really been about too much on YouTube. I appreciate all my lovely followers that just don't take things so literally, and just understand that everyone's on their own journey, and sometimes information can change when new data comes to light. So I appreciate all you lovely people out there, and it's just unfortunate that you get a few that aren't very nice, but such is life. I hope you're all fantastic. I'll see you all soon.